Sorry. Okay, so it's been a long day.
It's been a very long day.
It's been a great day.
Oh, it's been an amazing day, actually.
And we decided to leave this in because, as you know, laughter is a release, and it is something that Caroline's an expert in.
Laughter. I am a laughter yoga leader, for those who don't know.
So we thought we'd share this with you. And we have made several attempts at making this video, but finally stay composed. If we just got started, we stay composed. And now we're talking to you, we're composed. So we were in Novigrad again today, and Caroline was leading with teaching the tapping. So I don't know if you want to say a little bit about that. We had the two same groups that we had before, and we sort of took them, we checked through with them the heart-focused breathing that we taught them, and then we took it one step further, and we've developed our own form of tapping, which we feel is very specifically geared towards working with very severe trauma, and we're talking very long exposure to traumatic experiences, and we really feel that they kind of understood it, took it on board, had lots and lots of intelligent questions, lots of amazing, lots of interest, and also being able to relate to the answers that we were giving, so they could really understand what was going on in their emotions, their minds, their bodies, and being able to relate to what we said. And the nice thing is that the next meeting we have with them will be to do some of this stuff with them. We will be teaching them how to use the techniques to actually shift their energy, to lighten their energy, and to actually bring some laughter and some joy and some fun, and to because they don't want to be living in the past and be going back into the past. And we know as experts they need to release the trauma, but there are so many ways to do that, and we have to think about their quality of life. And they've been living with these things for 20 years, and we want to help them improve their quality of life without taking them into that stuff, because they don't want to. And we just have to work with what it is that they want and they need to bring them more skills that they can use in their daily life. So it's a very specific way that we're working, and we're really learning a lot from them as well, aren't we?
Definitely we are, yes. Yeah.
So tonight I watched a video after I uploaded some of our stuff, because I mentioned Bosnia in the tag. It gives me other things I might want to watch, and one of them was the ITV film that was made in 2012, revisiting an original documentary that was made about the war. We're going to put a link to that for you to watch it. It was very useful for me to get some background to what's going on for the people that we're working with here. It kind of consolidates all the bits that I'd heard into quite a good sort of timeline as to the events, with some figures and some real. So it's graphic, and it's not an easy watch, but if you want to know a little bit more about the background as to why 20 years on we're still here doing this, I think it's a really good explanation as to why our work's important.
Yeah, and why 20 years on we need to still be here next year, and maybe the year after, and the year after that, while we're training local people to be able to do what we're doing.
Yeah.
Before we even came here, we were being asked, are we coming back next year?
Yeah.
So, and it's our intention to do that.
So yeah, we will be teaching them more laughter skills, but as I say, we thought we'd leave it in, even though we were finding it difficult to compose ourselves, because I'm getting bitten here, because it is an important part of coping and managing stress, and for us as well as, you know, we're only just visiting to experience what they've been through, they're living with it, so to bring some of that into their lives is a really important part of coping and of building resilience. They're already incredibly resilient to be living as normal a daily life as they can with what's happened to them, but to bring them anything that we can to facilitate that and to help them with that is a real, you know, an honour. So we're just standing outside the back door of the house that we stay, and just down the bottom, the building that you probably can't see, that is kind of incomplete. Below that is the actual clinic at Sarajevo,
Yeah,
And
so Healing Hands Network Clinic.
this is just such an incredible, we're so well looked after because of all the hard work by the Healing Hands Network, and to be able to work alongside them and with them, with all the infrastructure that they've set up is incredible. So we have the house where we stay, and then the clinic right here, but then we have been to, we'll be going to 2 different outreach centres different to the one we went to last time. And this has grown over the 20 years, and it's just amazing, really, the work that Nadia and Nisa do. To, you know, they're constantly in touch with people, getting them in to see the hands-on therapists and to arrange the groups. They've done all the arrangement of the groups for us, so we just have to rock up and basically do our stuff with the people. We don't have to organise all that. It's incredible what they've done. So we're really grateful to Sue and to the whole team, really, for all of that work. And you know, it's just made it such a pleasure to just come and kind of slot into that, so we're very, very grateful.
So,
I
so you notice I'm a little bit more composed now.
I tried to
But it
video
is a
the
release.
4 or 5 times that we tried to start this, but you know, in the end we got there. And it's a good, nice release, and it's good to go to bed rested. So
So tomorrow we're back in Sarajevo with 2 new groups.
yes.
So we'll be introducing them to the breathing techniques that we started with the groups we've already seen.
Yeah.
So see you again tomorrow, and hopefully be a little bit more serious when we start the video.
It's good to laugh.
So good night from Sarajevo.
Yeah, good night. Good night from here. We've been watching the T-Rex tonight. We're going to give a good night from her. And I'm just saying, this is the camera there, by the way, at the side. So we keep looking at ourselves all the time.
I've been looking at the opposite side,
yeah,
trying
I
to
turned it
remember.
round this time. Sorry. Yeah, we're getting a bit better with the selfie stick, I think. But we like the idea of sharing this with you in a very candid and a very kind of normal and natural way, because we're feeling very connected to being here, but connected to you and your interest, and you know, and we want to share that with you as natural as we can. So this is it, and this is what it's like. It's a warm night, as you can see. We've got this city in the background. I don't know if you can see that, and you can't really make out the mosque, but you can see the mosques washing, drying. You know, it's just a
home from
it's a
home.
home. Yeah, it really is, and you know, it's a pleasure to be here. So,
So good night from me.
and good night from her. Bye.